My favourite season of Power Rangers is Ninja Storm, and I've recently been getting into Super Sentai, and I really want to watch Hurricaneger, but I thought, before I really delve into that world, why don't I compare the two shows with just the first episodes? Oh, the theme song goes off. I think that's the one thing that might be unbeaten. Power Rangers, go Ninja Storm, let's go! The force is getting strong. It is an absolute banger. Powers go! So the episode's called Prelude to a Storm. First ever female Blue Ranger we get in the show. You know what? Let's get it on. Had to be done. It had to be done. Straight away, this season's set up as more of a goofy one. And that's not a bad thing. You know, it was Disney's first helm of the show. It's a very campy, show anyway. And they just ran with it. I think the entire season is a subject of that as well. This is just fun. This is just a fun show. There's nothing too deep about it. There's some sick storylines in it, don't get me wrong. But overall, especially Dustin and the reveal that they, in fact, are ninjas. Now, these suits, I don't know if these, come from Hurricaneger. These ninja suits are peak. I don't think, there's some maybe close, but I don't think a team uniform has beat this before. You know, SPD's a close one. Even Operation Overdrive ones aren't the worst, but these are peak uniform. And then we get Cam, who obviously for the first few episodes, well, for the most part of the series, is just the tech character. He's the guy in the chair, and then he becomes the Green Ranger, which obviously we're just, we're comparing the first episodes of each show, so it's not, shouldn't add that in just yet. But him as just a character that is incredible. And then the invasion of Lothar. Look at him. Power Rangers original. Absolute king. That's what I didn't really think about. Who's the villain in Hurricaneger? Is it one of the generals in this? And they just kidnap the entire academy, building and all. Gone. And the only reason they're still alive is because they're good people and they stopped and they helped an elderly couple. The one thing I always forget about Ninja Storm is how, as a kid, I was like, wow, there's a guinea pig that talks. Crazy. How have they done that? And then you look at it and it's like, what PS1 game have they ripped the guinea pig from? Let's go. Come on. Come on. Yeah, man. That was always a fun line as well, because obviously there's no Wild Force crossover. Later on, we do see them crossover with Dino Thunder, so we know they're in the main universe. And I believe Trail of Triforia is mentioned in this as well at some point. But, first female Blue Ranger, technically second male Yellow, but nonetheless, peak. Yeah, so in theory, Power Rangers are comic book characters in this, even though we've had Power Rangers in this universe, so I don't really, that was clearly a bit of a, not retcon, but just sort of,
No, it doesn't have games.
It doesn't have games. It does have sounds, mate, if you turn the batteries on. Oh, the first morph is iconic as well. My boy Dustin gets to take it. He's the comic book nerd, he knows. Go on, King. Oh. Peak. Go Ninja Storm, let's go. Oh, it's the theme song, I said it earlier. Peak. Now this is clearly Sentai footage, so I wondered if we'll see this exact thing in the first episode of Hurricaneger, or if it's from a different episode. Man's iconic. He's just sick. I do wonder if... Oh, I forgot about the random hang gliders as well. Where's the coin gone? Just popped off. That's probably not a good sign. I should probably get a way to stick that down. The Storm Striker, iconic piece of artillery. I never forget there's a part in the Thunder Rangers arc where he chain whips out his blaster and Hunter's just sick. My blaster's bigger and just flies him. I think it's safe to say there's probably not going to be a guinea pig in Hurricaneger. I like how their visors open up as well. I think that's the coolest thing as opposed to just taking the helmets off. They just look sick. Oh, and there we go. Classic. Not too much to say other than just fire. It hits. It's so good. And now for Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneger. I think it's pronounced Ninpu. Whatever this is. I've genuinely never heard the theme song before. I think it ain't Ninja Storm, but it's a vibe. Question is, will he be as iconic to me as Dustin? There was a guinea pig. Maybe I'm chatting bollocks. Maybe there will be a guinea pig. That was a real guinea pig, though. I think this is the big bad. 2 months later. Okay, those suits. Definitely the same, still inspired ninja suits. I don't know whether they're going to be the same as the ones in Ninja Storm. Now, is this our Red Ranger, or is this just like a red ninja from an academy? There he is, as yellow. Yeah, I'm going to assume that these are all the ones that are going to be Rangers. Or are Rangers currently. It's blue. I also like how instead of them facing other ninjas, they're kind of facing each other. The headmaster, sensei. The ninja battle. Ooh. Okay, so it's the sensei telling them they're in trouble, basically. So far it's kind of bit for bit. Obviously, they're not just like standard teens doing their regular thing, but... God, he threw that, didn't he? Oh, they're trapped until they graduate. That's morbid. Okay, so is this our Cam for this season? Because what I do know is that Cam becomes the Green Ranger in Ninja Storm, but in this, I know the Green Ranger just exists and he's never, like, identified. What is that Wolverine-ass claw? Hey, fair play. Go off, man. Destined to be erased. Okay, so they're all gonna disappear. Wait, they were all captured in Ninja Storm. Are they all about to just be downright unalived? Okay, they're getting captured in the cards. Not as morbid as I thought it could have been. There he goes. Into a... Well, that looks more like a hamster to me than a guinea pig. But such is, you know, such is. Okay, so far the story is just the same. There are 3 ninjas in the academy. The academy gets taken. The sensei gets turned into a hamster. He's taking it upon himself to use the weapon. Surely they get the hamster back, no? Surely they get sensei. Oh, teleportation. Oh no, they're taking the hamster. So she's clearly going to be Cam then. Or Cam is her, rather. And imagine she's going to give them the powers. Or is that going to summon the hamster back? Never mind. It's been destroyed. Why has it been destroyed? The only way? Out of anything he could have done, the only way is by destroying that. Ooh, it's not presented as fancily this time. But there they are. Hurricane Gyro. So this is a Hurricane Gyro. This isn't a Wind Morpher now. I don't think I know. Surely the morph is like similar, right? If they've taken this much from Hurricaneger, surely the morph is still... Bum, 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 bum. Okay, kind of different. Oh, and the in-void morph sequence is very different. Not the furthest off, though. So it's 1, 2, there. Wham. The umbrellas, bro. Unknown to the world. Fighting evil from the shadows. In primary colours. Yeah, and then this is from episode 1 of Ninja Storm as well. Bit for bit. Oh, that's cool, though. The little throwing stars coming out of the morph. I imagine that was a bit too... weaponry. Illusion dimension. Okay. It's a bit of a switch up. Oh! Thunder Ranger's there from the beginning. Oh, they're walking away. Shadow Dance. Okay, it's that. It's gonna start. I thought it was just gonna start busting moves out then. Kanja. The correct pronunciation. To be continued. Which I've learned from Sentai doesn't mean this is a 2-parter. I just learned. Just every episode's apparently to be continued. So, that's the first time I've ever seen anything to do with Hurricaneger. Just Ninja Storm is just a replica of that, right? You know, you look at Mighty Morphin's first episode and you look at Zyuranger's first episode, and it's like, these are 5 teenagers that were recruited by a big floating head to stop Rita, who has just escaped. Zyuranger, Rita has just escaped, but there's this ancient wizard that has ancient warriors buried away for when Bandora escapes and whatever. So yeah, that was it was just a borderline shot-for-shot rehash. Obviously, Cam is not Cam, it is the daughter of Sensei. Lothar is an American original, therefore it was, I forget the name of who it was, hold on. Boss Tozant, and like Zergain and Tube One that are still there. Like, it was a good episode, as is Ninja Storm. I feel like as an episode 1, Ninja Storm has a bit more like heart to it. Like seeing them doing their respect, like seeing Tori surfing, Shane skating, Dustin on his bike, and then they're like doing their jobs and they're having to rush off to do ninja stuff. Like that's a bit more fun for me. I do want to watch Hurricaneger. So from this point on, I probably will watch some episodes, and maybe in a couple of weeks, couple of months, you will see a bigger Hurricaneger video if I finish the show, but shot for shot, which are like, you know, going back to like older Sentai, which I know this is considered not, well, it's older, like, you know, it's like 20 years old, but it's not as, you know, Sentai was going along for a long time before that, so this is definitely the middle ground. But yeah, like Power Rangers just adapted that directly, and I can only imagine adapted the show directly as well, other than the Cam story arc, I suppose. But I suppose I will find out in my own time. But yeah, thanks for watching. What are your thoughts? Have you seen Hurricaneger before? Am I just like, have I just made an assumption on this first episode and then the rest of it's going to be completely different to Ninja Storm? I don't know. Like I said, Ninja Storm's like my favorite season. I don't think it's the best. Objectively, I don't think it's the best, but it is my favorite. Thanks again so much for watching. We are very close to 5,000 subscribers. By the time this video comes out, we may have already hit it, I don't know. So thank you in advance, and also just thank you for sticking around and subscribing as is. Post 2 videos a week, a short every day, so if you want more content like this, there is plenty to search through. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.